Hello, students. Welcome to English classes by Ritu Agarwal. Today we'll be doing the poem Bharat Our Land, Poem 1, Book Kaveri, Class ninth. The poem talks about the patriotism and national pride of country, India. So let's begin the poem. The poem is written by Subramanya Bharti. Subramanya Bharti, a great Indian poet, a nationalist, a social reformer. His poetry reflects patriotism and spirituality. The glory of India's culture is beautifully depicted by him in the poem Bharat Our Land. Beginning with the introduction of the poem. The poem talks about how the feeling of pride, patriotism has been beautifully portrayed by the philosophical richness of India, igniting patriotism and the unity among the Indians. The theme of the poem: deep love, pride for India, celebration of beauty of Himalayas, the Ganga, importance of spiritual knowledge, the Upanishads and the Buddha, recognition of India's ancient heritage, talking about the unity of culture, wisdom, bravery, and India as a peerless and a glorious nation. Nation's pride is beautifully portrayed by Subramanya Bharti. Let's begin with the line wise summary of the poem. The mighty Himavantas ours, the great and powerful Himalayas. The Himalayas belongs to the country India. There's no equal anywhere on the earth. No other mountain in the world is as great as Himalayas. The generous Ganga is ours, the river Ganga, the holy river, giving life and support, is only and only in India. Which other rivers can match her grace? Grace's elegance. No other river is as beautiful, pure as river Ganga. So the two lines, Ganga and Himalayas, they depict how powerful Himalaya is and how powerful Ganga is. Line summary, class ninth, 5 to 10. The sacred Upanishads are ours, the holy books called as Upanishads, Mahabharata, Ramayana, only and only belong to India. What scriptures else to name with them? No other religious texts can be compared with the texts written in our Upanishads. This sunny golden land is ours. India is a bright, rich, and a beautiful land. She is peerless, peerless. Let's praise her. The poet has used the word she for the country India. Peerless means no equal, having no equal. India has no equal to anything else. No country can compare India. All the gallant warriors have lived here, like the brave soldiers, Shahid Bhagat Singh, they have lived here. Many a sage has sanctified this land. Many wise saints like Kabir, they have been living in India and make the country the pure soul. So, in the line 5 to 10, the poet talks about the Upanishads, the golden land, the golden warriors, and the sages. The music, which is the heart of India. The divinest music, the divine power of music, the most beautiful and spiritual music is being created in India. And here all auspicious things are found. All good, lucky, positive things are found in India. Line 13 to 16. The knowledge of Brahma. The Brahma knowledge has taken the root in India. The deep spiritual knowledge of Brahma as well as the preachings of Buddha by Dhamma has been created only in India. Of hoary antiquity is Bharat. She is peerless, let's praise her. She is peerless, let's praise her. India is unmatched. No one can match India. So, the lines talk about the knowledge of Brahma, the knowledge of Buddha, and no other country is as peerless as India. This completes out the summary, line wise summary of the poem. Coming back to the paragraphs. So, the paragraphs are talking about, the first stanza talks about the natural beauty which is Himawant. So, Himawant is basically Himalayas. The river Ganga, Ganga, the beautiful soul of the country. The Upanishads and the scriptures written here, the golden sunny sand, and least she is peerless, let's praise her. She is peerless, let's praise her. So, Himalayas, Ganga, Upanishads, scriptures, the sand, and talking about she is peerless, let's praise her. The country, India. The next paragraph talks about beautiful sages, the divinest music, the powerful soul of music, all the auspicious things found in India, the knowledge of Brahma, which takes the root of India, the knowledge of Buddha, his teachings through Dhamma, and all the antique things found in Bharat. Again, the repetition of the line, let's praise her, she is peerless, let's praise her. The unmatched honor to the country given in the poem. The poem talks about a great message. A message given is that one must recognize the contributions which are made by all the sages, warriors, and talents who contribute to the rich culture heritage, the natural, spiritual, intellectual wealth of Bharat, developing a feeling of patriotism. Patriotism, the main theme, the message of the poem. The message also talks about how important Bharat's culture is in the country. The country talks about the Himalayas, Gangas, and all the antique things which are found only and only in India. Coming back to the word meanings, Himawant is Himalayas, generous is benevolent. Upanishads are the ancient texts which are found in the country. Sanctified is holy, pure. Auspicious are the positive things. Divine music is the sacred music. The knowledge of Brahma is the spiritual wisdom. Dhamma are the teachings of Buddha. Hoary is antique, old age. And antiquity is the ancient times, the distant past of the country. This is the summary of the poem. Let's just talk about a very short summary. The poet reminds his fellow men in India possessing the greatest treasure of Himalayas and Ganga. He reminds the readers about the Upanishads. He says that the beauty of India is unparalleled. He's also talking about the feeling of nationalism, the bravery of the country through the sages and the gallant warriors. He's talking about the preachings of Buddha through Dhamma and the teachings of Brahma. India talks about the proud of the motherland. We should always praise our motherland. Thank you for listening to the part. See you in my next channel. Thank you.